Good day and welcome. Playing the Starfield. Starfield. Time for Starfield. Like. Good time. If you hit like. For Starfield. I think we're level 51. Level 51, dudes. Getting there, get there. Level 52 next. You know what's after level 52? Level 53. And then level 54 is after that. Anyway, that's pretty amazing. I'd like to know. So, we were doing Andreja's quest. Carrying not too much stuff, hopefully. All right, the volleyball game is coming up. Wondering when that was. Had to be soon, right?
You are our guest.
Championship. Well, that's pretty amazing. This is Scotty's favorite weapon, the shoddy. Shoddy for Scotty. I think we gotta go to here. Jamieson. Maybe we should go to the eye on the way. It's always fun to go to the eye. Everybody loves the eye, don't you, Scotty? You love the eye?
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo. Scan complete. Go ahead and land.
Darn thing. Looking down at my engine stuff here. At 91.
You are our guest.
Bipolar, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Hope you're doing well. Gonna get to see us going to the eye.
Greetings, Captain.
Greetings.
That anomaly is a damn sight bigger than a regular artifact. No telling what you'll find. Hmm? Oh, sorry. Let's deal.
Let's deal. Hey, look, I got some good ones. This one's 12 grand. 13 grand.
You are our
That's
guest.
perfect. He just had 80 bucks left. Caesar, thank you for sharing. Much appreciated and liking.
Show the words another time then.
Oh, not there. Okay, how about here? Ooh, that feels good.
Gotta go to the lodge, man. Andreja wanted to go back to the lodge. Complete her friendship quest. Gotta do what she wants, you know? And I got a little bit of a shocker from her friend there, you know? If you want a good spacesuit, there's one in the basement here.
Has used his considerable funds to maintain the lodge, are we not?
Got right through there. Enjoy the fire. Oh yeah, look at that fire. Any good books to read? Pretty cool table they got there. Look at this boat.
Feel free to help yourself at the bar. I don't drink, but I feel like if I did, now would be a good time for one. Take note. Everyone here is worth living. Yes.
Nobody's got any privacy here, eh? Slippers underneath.
Hi there. How's it going? What's up? I don't know if I'll ever get used to being around all these people. Everyone hurrying around, talking, eating, drinking, doing a million things. It's so weird, but kind of exciting at the same time, you know? Going from a planet with a population of 3 to this one is going to take a lot of patience and trust, that's for sure. Yeah, a little bit. That planet was the only real home that I ever knew.
Howdy,
It's
yard.
kind of weird, but it feels like I've left my family behind. It was a really tough decision to make. But you and Sarah were right. I had to move on with my life. And hey, one day when I'm old enough, I could always go back for a visit.
You are our guest.
Visit me again.
Thank you for liking. Boy, there's lots of Chardonnay here, eh?
You are our guest.
Yes, thank you for liking. You know, this lodge has pretty much everything one they could use, I guess, eh? 3 copies of Nicholas Nickleby. I pick up all the books. Oh, this is my room. Like an unlimited storage space.
What did you want to talk about?
Oh, well. We already talked there, girl.
Something important or just conversation? Thank you for coming back here with me. I fear that after all that has happened, I am unsure of my place in House Baroon. This room may now be the only place I have left to call home. It is reassuring to hear you say that, but still, I worry that I have made a mistake. What if Tomisar betrays me to the High Council? What if he turns House Baroon against me, and I am cut off from them forever? I know you will. But that may not be enough. I do not know how to live without some connection to House Baroon. The Great Serpent has always been a guiding force in my life. The force that drives all that I do. What if I have lost that? Yes, that is true. Whatever else has happened or will happen, the Great Serpent still holds a purpose for me. You have been by my side through all of this, the most turbulent time in my life. And you have supported me, faithfully. I have never been able to count on any single person the way I have with you. If I am repeating myself, you will have to forgive me. I cannot overstate what it means to me. Well, that is. I'm sorry. I need a moment. I admit this is a surprise. I did not quite realize you felt this way about me. But if you mean it, my feelings are not so different from yours. We must be clear
Get
on
that
one
XP
thing from the
bonus.
very beginning. I do not share. If you are mine, then you are mine alone. No one else will come between us. If that is not a commitment you are willing to make, I understand, but I will not compromise.
No, I have a YouTube account, but I haven't streamed on it.
Oh, I am quite certain.
You are our
Do not
guest.
doubt my intent.
Doesn't want to share me.
Then truly nothing can stop us. We will be a force to be reckoned with. You have brought a joy to my life that I could not have imagined, and could never have expected. With you at my side, love, I look forward to everything that comes next.
He considers me an ally now, and I made $8,300. Sweet.
It is pleasing to speak with you.
Can I tell you something?
I know that tone. Very well. What is it? Thank you, dearest. You are not so bad yourself. You are competent in a fight and pleasant to look at. What is not to love? Then I shall be sure to say it more often. Need to see what I'm carrying?
Did I give her a bunch of crap and I can't even remember? Not too bad.
We will speak again soon, I hope.
Can't sleep in her bed. Coming with me?
I always enjoy these moments. It is always a pleasure.
Sleep for 1 hour.
Last night was enlightening. I hope to learn more next time.
Oh,
You are
looks
our
like
guest.
we got down and dirty there, eh? You know you got a XP bonus? No, no XP bonus yet.
Hey, let me know when you're ready to take me along with you. Should only be a few years. If you want to talk, make it quick. It's amazing. I've never seen anything like it in all my life. Not even in Mom's picture slates. It's almost like a fairy tale. Like it's not real, you know?
Stephanie's in the
It's
house.
pretty dumb to you. But hey, I lived in a house made from busted up spaceship parts and trees. Well, there's no other people my age here at the lodge, so it's going to be kind of tough. Actually, Noelle is pretty nice. She said she'd teach me some stuff about science. You know, pick up where my mom left off. Besides that, I don't really care if I make friends or not. You and Sarah are the only friends I'll ever really need. Don't worry about me, I'll be fine.
I wonder if there's anything downstairs to check out. The lab. Onions. Nothing super interesting down there. Oh, you got COVID? Officially? Well, at least you got COVID when it's not so harsh. When it first started, it was way nastier than the variants that are out now.
Oh, I was hoping we might run.
You are our guest.
Esther, thank you
Your
for liking.
timing is most fortuitous. I'm on the verge of something, but I don't quite have all the information I need. You have no idea how much I appreciate that. Truly. Of course, now that I understand more about what's going on, it seems plain as day. And yet I never would have imagined it before. The tertiary trunks have also liquefied their interiors, but they're not vibrating. I thought perhaps it was some sort of defect, but it's much simpler. They're listening. I don't. Not for sure. It's all a theory, certainly, but it is completely...
I'm good, thank you.
...by the data and observation, like all good science. It's the best we have to go on right now.
Did you lose your sense of taste and smell and stuff like that?
It means it is ready to reproduce. I believe this tree is sending vibrations out over massive distances and expecting to detect sympathetic vibrations in return. As of yet, there's been no response. I suspect that will not change, that a response is impossible, and that's very, very bad news. We're continuing to see an increase in the strength and frequency of the vibrations. I don't know how much more significant it will become. If there's no response, the tree may vibrate itself and some nearby portion of the city to destruction. Now, as of yet, there has been no response, and clearly none of the nearby individuals are a correct match. While it can't be ruled out that the intended recipient of these messages was cut down during the city's expansion, there is one other possibility. Over 100 years ago, the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective emerged from the Narian War. As a gesture of peace and goodwill, a near-literal olive branch, one of the trees from New Atlantis, was offered to the leaders of Aquila City. Nice. Short-sighted and ill-advised, in my opinion. Of course, you can't just uproot a native species and plunk it down on some other planet in a totally different environment and expect it to grow. Clearly, no exobotanists were consulted ahead of time. The end result was wholly predictable. The tree died within a few short years. Clever, but no.
So it was a dead end.
Yes, but branches were kept. At least one still exists in the museum there in the city. If I had that branch, I could get DNA samples, and then using various data I've gathered, I could attempt to simulate a response. We could then broadcast that response and hopefully calm down our friend here. But as I say, I need that branch. I knew you would understand. The museum in Aquila City is under the supervision of one Miss Kessler, I'm told. I don't know anything about her, but hopefully she'll be willing to listen to reason and assist our cause. All right, off you go. We don't have any time to waste.
Gonna save the city from the vibrating tree. What'd you answer in the poll, Stephanie? It's gotta be a yes from you, I'm sure, right? I mean, that guy is the master of Christmas. Over 70 Christmas songs under his belt.
Expansion must be very difficult for Aquila, with the native wildlife being what it is.
Go to the bookstore while I'm here and sell those books I just picked up. See, here's the bookstore.
My
Loves
husband,
books.
feel free to read. This is a haven for all that love letters. Oh. Take your time.
Go out of the way. There we go.
Welcome to the Co-Heritage Museum. I offer a brief tour, and I'm happy to discuss the city's history as well. I have artifacts that date all the way back to the time of Solomon Coe himself. Very well. People are proud of their history here, so we get more visitors than I was expecting. So it gets pretty busy here, especially with school field trips. Most people know Solomon Coe as the founder of Aquila City and the father of the Freestar Collective. He was an astrophysicist who lived on Earth in a place called Wyoming. Solomon was born around the time people first started living in space. Later in life, he designed starships. And when Earth was in peril, those ships helped to save
Bad
humanity
cough
by
and
taking
stuffed
them
up
to new
nose.
homes in the stars.
Well, hopefully they don't get any worse.
The bravery and heroism it took to save humanity. Whew, goosebumps. During the Great Exodus, Solomon came to this world. He named our star Cheyenne, which was also a place on Earth, and gave Aquila its name too. He and some others built the settlement that would go on to become Aquila City, and his descendants still live here today. There are some things I would kill to have. I mean, wait, not literally. But I would pay a lot for. You see, the Coe family lost a treasure trove of old historic documents ages ago. And those documents would be priceless to have here. Their absence pains me. Jacob Coe and I have talked at length, and his great-grandfather was a troubled man. He sold off various historic documents to cover debts. They could be anywhere. If you find any of that trove of documents, I will pay dearly for it. Thank you. Think of the future generations that could benefit from seeing such important history. Aquila City was founded over 150 years ago.
150 years ago?
A scientist and explorer from Earth. Along with other settlers, Coe built the structures you see in the part of the city we call the core. Those proud buildings still stand today. The planet was dangerous, so they built a wall around their settlement. Eventually, they ran out of space and started building outside the wall. There were so many buildings that they had to build another, larger wall, forming a second outer ring around the growing city. Of course, the city didn't stop growing, and before long, the third wall, the outer wall you see today, was constructed. Today, Aquila City is the proud capital of the Free Star Collective, and the Council of Governors continues to meet here when they need to. Let me see. Oh dear Lord, it's real, it still exists. This is the original charter for Aquila City. And you can see their signatures. This is really the birth of the Free Star Collective. The core philosophy of limited government and inalienable rights. All here. Thank you. If you find anything else, please come back. That is not something I expected to hear today. I assume you're somehow associated with the United Colonies? I've received some odd messages of late. Several that bordered on being incomprehensible. Honestly, I thought it was some kind of strange prank until now. A bunch of gibberish about dire
You've been in the jail for 2 years? Nice!
And genetic reconstruction. It all came across as rather unhinged. Well, I'm afraid you've wasted your time because I'm not authorized, nor particularly inclined, to release any of our pieces. That includes 100-year-old tree branches. Sorry, but it's staying in storage.
Doesn't even have it out?
You are our
You're not really into streams? Well, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. And thank you for hanging out.
Aquila City history is greatly appreciated.
Gotta convince her.
If you find any more of the Coe family's legacy, please let me know. I hear what you're saying, but I'm afraid it's out of the question.
Nothing's out of the question when it comes to me.
Handing over that branch is starting to look pretty good.
Oh, that robot's working again, eh?
I guess it couldn't hurt. I hear you. I can't believe I'm doing this.
I'm on the quest for the stick, the sacred stick.
Well, I hope whatever you're doing with that branch is worth it. I hope you enjoyed your visit.
What's it? What else is in here? You like going to museums in real life, you guys? Esta, Stephanie, Kurt? You gotta look what's in the safe. You might be surprised. 1182! Holy moly. Yeah, some people have followed for quite a while. Pretty surprising how the days add up. Yeah, 1182. That's only 320
We can
bucks.
succeed at that before we are discovered.
Didn't notice. Excuse me. That's what Stephanie probably sounds like today. I hope you have lots of cough drops and all the good stuff. 1,000+ days, eh? It's pretty amazing that I've been streaming for 1,000+ days on Facebook. If you ever want to reminisce, I have all of them almost on YouTube. I kind of upload them each day, one of them usually on YouTube.
You are our guest.
Oh, look at the wild takedown the Habs. So yeah, is that your other account too? Or no, that's Kaz's account. Kaz has 959 days. Nice. These are both up there, eh? Yeah, on YouTube. Last one I uploaded, and I'll make it public tomorrow, is 1,044 episodes. And then I have a bunch that, each day I would upload. What did I dump on the floor here? Oh, notepads. I'm pretty terrible. I haven't. She, kind enough to let me take this dead branch. And then I stole all the money out of her safe. What's that there? Badges? A book? That's the charter I just brought her, I think. For 2,400 bucks. One's empty. I guess these ones will fill up eventually with stuff as I find them. Good, thank you. You could sleep in the museum if you want. Sword of Damocles. Wild play the Kings on Thursday. Nice. Hopefully the Kings win that one. Drew Doughty for the hat trick or something. Kopitar. Travel back. Back. Jameson. Oh, Dia, nice. He's about top 8 defenseman in hut mode. I guess the Lodge is probably no Mast. Mast is probably the place to go. Oh, he's an X Factor. Nice. I haven't even started that game yet. Hopefully I get Drew Doughty as well. I'll probably get like the Wild big star. What's his face?
Is the city meant to inspire or intimidate? Depends on the reason for being there.
All right, Kelson, we got your branch for this big tree.
I hope Aquila City has what we need. Have you paid a visit to the Templar in Aquila City?
Kaprizov, yeah.
Yes, of course. I'll see that it is returned to her in one piece. Well, perhaps minus a few shavings. Now, I just need a moment to analyze this and synthesize an audio response to our friend here. Right, so we'll feed in a sample. Now the program will incorporate the genetic...
This tree, the big tree behind him,
extrapolating the size
is
and
putting out these weird vibrations.
This was put together rather
And they're worried it'll destroy part of the city as it feels like it's dying.
It's enough. And there it is. Our best hope for a positive solution to this mess. So, we now have a simulated response to our tree. All that's left is to play it. An excellent question. I have been wondering myself. I've been forced to listen to this SSNN kiosk chatter incessantly this entire time. I think it could be put to better use.
Oh, we're gonna use that
We don't
speaker.
have time to go through the proper channels, but if you can find a terminal and get this uploaded into their system, it might do the trick.
Oh, nice.
You're right. There's a chance that there could be some minor adverse side effects, but none would be life-threatening. We won't play the broadcast loud or long enough to cause any major or permanent damage to humans or other organic life. And aside from that, if we don't calm this tree down soon, well, I fear that the vibrations it's emitting will eventually reach such strength it could severely damage our internal organs. I have no doubt that you will.
All right. Gotta optionally talk to Nadia Muffez. Guess she's on the subway. Subway, eat fresh. Yeah, she's over in the commercial district. Yeah, you know those subs at Subway. What's your favorite sub? You know? I've been having the Canadian combo, it's called. I guess that's probably not available to everybody, but
If you have a news story for me, I'm very happy. My source is back. Here to report anything else? Well, you've already helped me with that. I've gotten some good scoops off of you, and I won't forget it anytime soon. What's the story this time? Okay. I think you're going to have to give me a little more information. Because right now, this sounds like the sort of thing that could get me fired, and possibly land me in jail for treason and/or terrorism. Well, now this just sounds like a practical joke. But you've been a reliable source so far. All right, I'll do it. But if I lose my job over this, I promise you, I will come after you. Hope to see you again.
you just had to ask her nicely. Figure out how to get back. There. Use fast travel. It's faster. You know, that's why it's called fast travel. I didn't tell her how long it needed to be played.
We've done it! I'm already seeing reductions in the strength of the vibrations. The tree is calming down. I can hardly believe that worked. I don't know. We've been in uncharted territory this whole time. That doesn't stop now. With the immediate crisis hopefully over, I can slow down and review everything we've learned. And certainly, I'll be keeping a much closer eye on our friend going forward. And you have saved this tree and advanced our scientific knowledge of our environment. Noble work across the board. You have my gratitude and that of every citizen in New Atlantis. Though they don't know it.
They could know it. The news can report on that. I still don't have 469 lead.
I can't get enough of all the trees around here. Working at the Office of Interstellar Affairs is honestly my dream job. Yeah, I work at MAST, in the Office of Interstellar Affairs. I'm a sort of liaison between the UC and the Freestar Collective. I help solve communication problems, show visiting diplomats the city, things like that. Probably doesn't sound all that exciting to you, but I love it. I've been interested in a diplomatic career since I was a kid. No, I'm from Neon. I moved here a couple months ago for a job at the Office of Interstellar Affairs.
She's really proud of working at Interstellar Affairs.
It's a part of MAST's administrative wing.
We handle relations between the UC and the Freestar Collective. One of our main focuses is making sure the armistice stays intact. I don't think anybody wants another war. Oh, I love it. I think New Atlantis is the most beautiful place in the settled systems. I can't believe how many trees there are in the city. Thanks. Maybe I'll see you around.
Well, that was a pointless conversation. Going to the subway. We get more lead.
Hope you're finding everything you need. There is a bit more in the back if you're not. Oh, please, take a look. Thanks for coming in.
I don't know where Mayor Cartwright is. Up here, I guess. Aquila City. All I wanted to do when Firedevil mentions
Deadly predators
Jason
will
Robertson. I
us.
couldn't tell you what team Jason Roberts on.
We can be so stubborn.
Saw your ship come in. Right. Nice suit.
Mom says I should learn doctrine like her, but I'd rather fly my own starship.
Hello there. So good to see you. You really are new around here, aren't you? Aquila's every bit as dangerous as it is beautiful. There are creatures out there that pose a mortal danger to anyone caught out in the open. Foremost among them is the Ashtar. They're quick, strong, clever, and damn good hunters. I'd tell you more, but you might not sleep so good. Thankfully, the wall keeps them out. Long as you stay on the right side of it, you've got nothing to worry about. Midtown's where most of the business and trading gets done. It's not as old as the core, because it was built later as the city grew. As the name might suggest, Wallside's the district that runs along the inside of the Great Wall that surrounds the city. It's mostly farmers and other laborers that live down there. They ain't got quite as much space, but it's cheaper, so it all works out. Ah, you must be referring to The Rock. It's home
You
to the
smell him what he's
only
cooking?
cantina in town. That's also where the Council of Governors holds its occasional strategy meetings. As mayor of the city, I have a seat on the council. The Free Star Rangers are headquartered in the upper floors. They've got the best view of the city. I like to think that means they're always keeping an eye on the rest of us. I have to say, I sleep a little easier knowing the Marshal and his Rangers are up there protecting the Free Star Collective. You've got a few choices there. The cantina in the Rock is famed throughout the settled systems for serving the best brew that credits can buy. The hitching post ain't been open long, but most folks seem to like it. If you're looking for a quick drink before moving on, give it a try. Aggie's is a bit of an acquired taste, you might say. Folks who prefer a venue that's a little more rough and tumble tend to feel at home there. Like I said, lots of options. The core is the oldest district and represents the original settlement dating back to the days of Solomon Coe. The descendants of the original settlers still make their home there today. Frank's just the latest owner of the old Hassanove Manor, and he's the worst, simply the worst. But it's been a problem since the Hassanove family ran out of heirs. There's no wrong the Cartwrights have been trying to right for decades, and hence, well, I need help. He's just another slick, rude, neon corporate hack, full of himself and just awful. I mean, the core is history itself. Cads like him don't belong here. I was right to talk to you about this. The last Hassanove was Sahar. Sad tale there. By all accounts, when she lost her last grandchild around 40 years ago, well, it broke her. She packed up and just plain left the estate. Built some farm far from Aquila City and the protection of its walls. It didn't take long before the Ashtar overran the farm, and just like that, no more Hassanoves.
Ah.
The Hassanoves were one of the early families that took to making a living in space. Very industrious, mainly miners. They settled planetside in the earliest days of Aquila City. They helped good old Solomon Coe a time or two. but they didn't fare well living in full gravity after a couple of generations in zero-G. Lots of health issues. Eventually, a string of just terrible luck left only lonely old Sahar Hassanov. Poor lady. And those that were healthy kept leaving Aquila. The call of the stars. Deadly as sin. My granddad warned her over and over it wasn't safe. So I need someone to go to the old Sahar farm, brave the Ashta, and see if she left a will. I swear I'll honor her wishes. Aquila owes her family that much. And if it happens to kick Mr. Big Shot out of the Corps, well, that would be a bonus. Sahar left no heirs, no instructions, so everything the Hassanovs owned was in limbo. What happened to the estate? Well, you'd have to be a lawyer to make heads or tails of it. But eventually it wound up on the open market, so slick neon corporate shills could grace our community. If she named any heir, we could get the estate back where it belongs. See things made right. You are a blessing. Sahar's farm is elsewhere on the planet. If you can't handle Ashta, please just don't go. I don't want this whole sordid story to have more tragedy. Be careful.
Guess we're gonna have to deal with some Ashta. I'm gonna go to the washroom real quick. I'll be. Ah, there we go. Here's a quiz for anybody to see that's been paying attention. But what type of creature is the Ashta? Like, what's it look like? If you've been paying attention, you might know. If you haven't, you probably see them right away. I wonder if we'll be able to build spaceships in the DLC or something. That'd be kind of cool.
Such beauty in the midst of nothingness. We are triumphant.
Back my robot. Didn't take long. You think the Kings are off to a hot start? Well, that's good. Look at this shotgun I'm carrying. It looks like a pretty heavy duty one, eh? So here's an Ashta, if you're wondering. Shotgun to the face. This thing's in a cage. Dead? I killed it. Did a pretty good chance. His gun does like super big damage, but it's only got 2 shots in it. The will say. Yeah, loaf of bread. We don't want that to go to waste. Like a weird grip on this thing. This is the Starfield controller.
If more and more people flock to the Freestar Collective, does that not just make it more like the United Colonies?
Oh boy. I wonder what that value's on there when it's never the amount that you would sell it for.
I'll take Aggies over the Rock any day. Who wants to get drunk when there's rangers all around? Oh, have you met my boyfriend, Frank? If he seems rude, it's only because the people around here treat him badly.
Aquila City has to be the worst port in the settled systems. Aquila City is lucky that Hope Tech still deals with them after the reception I've gotten. I come here offering business, employment opportunities, and they practically spit in my face. I'm a senior vice president. Cut my teeth with mineral acquisitions for some of the pricier things we need for the ships. I was really looking forward to having my own region to manage. But now... Me? I did something wrong. Let me explain. So Ron Hope assigns me to Aquila City, and I'm excited, right? Could be a plum assignment. But I need a place to sleep here, so I bought some prime real estate for me and my girl. And damn it, you'd think I plowed through a sacred burial site. Listen, I'm not the one selling some priceless historical manor. That's not on me. That's just the thing, isn't it? It's not really. All the manors on the core were built by the founders. But this isn't some sort of sacred ground, right? It's just housing. And the owners before, some nobody third-tier family. But it's the core. Ha! Like I care. And give them the satisfaction? Ha! Never. Thanks for hearing me out. Hope you have a better day than I've had. You're damn right I don't. In fact, I almost feel sorry for her. Bunch of wrong-headed, judgmental, backward-looking dust wranglers. That's what these people are. Every credit I spent on that house, I made with honest, hard work. I come here to make my way, and this is how they treat me. I can tell they're all hoping I sell and move out, but the hell with that. I'm gonna stay here and stick it to them all. Make them suffer. I committed the great sin of buying a house. The fact it was in the core is apparently grounds for me to face a firing squad, based on the looks I've been getting. Everyone seems to think the core is some kind of sacred ground, only fit for worthy descendants of the city founders to live in. Well, real estate is real estate. I don't give a damn where it is. The place was for sale, and I bought it. I didn't cheat or do anything wrong. If people don't like it that an outsider bought one of their ancient family residences, then it's their problem and not mine. Who the who? Wait. Hassanov. You mean the family that owned this manor? Oh, hell. Elias Cartwright. That man's always had it out for me. My credits are as good as anyone else around here. I got a business proposition. 10,000 credits, and I take that alleged will off your hands. No
Oh, 10,000 credits.
Suit yourself. But there's no way Elias Cartwright or any of those other core snobs will offer you anything close.
Yeah, that's okay. I could probably buy this manor 10 times over. Tempt me with your 10,000 bucks. Actually, I don't know how much money I have, but probably lots. I have 170,000 credits, so guy just hangs out in the same spot.
Mom says I should learn doctor like that, but I'd rather fly my own starship.
Like I said, be careful. I'd rather you forget the whole Hassanov business rather than getting hurt. You got it! That's wonderful! But Blake Aldwell... let me think back. There was a Blake. Might be we can track him or any surviving kin down. I'll get my lawyer on this. Frank Langston's in for a rude surprise. And we can maybe see a Hassanov return back to the core. No, he won't. But this ain't Neon. We've got real laws here in Aquila City. You've more than earned this. You've done the city a great service.
Yeah, money. 2,500. Do this one.
I know your type.
We need to be smarter, better in the way we handle the ash stuff. Well, you sure don't look like you're delivering the capacitors I'm waiting for. Something I can do for you? No, you misunderstand, I think. I placed the order last week. I'm just waiting for it to actually show up. So, did you need something, or...? Correction. Mr. Wilson has a disagreement with me. I can't tell if he's just being willfully ignorant or has just entirely misunderstood my proposals. I'm not sure what you've heard, or, quite frankly, why this seems to be getting around the way it is. Despite assertions to the contrary, I'm not attempting to run anyone out of a job, or open the city gates to allow Ashta to come pouring in. Nor am I in any way attempting to make a statement about the competence of the current security forces and/or apparatus in Aquila City. I hope that clears things up.
Well, that was definitive.
Fantastic. I need to prove that what I'm working on can make a positive difference. Then you'll see it my way. I could really use some help, in fact, just to make sure this all goes off without a hitch. Would you be willing to place some sensors for me?
Guess so.
That is great news. Just take these and stick them in specific spots in the city along the wall. When you're done, come find me. I'll find something to do in the meantime to give myself an air of plausible deniability.
This is easier than I thought it'd be. I thought I'd be fighting a bunch of Ashta.
Just one quiet day. Not too much to ask for.
Those sad sacks in my home?
The sensors are pretty durable. I mean, don't go using them as target practice, and they're good to go. You got some good news, I hope? Well, that's that then. So, this next part, it's a bit delicate. See that guard tower across the way there? I need to get in there and make a few small modifications to the terminal inside. I don't have the processing power to collate all the data that'll be coming in from the sensors. The existing network does. Oh goodness, I really am bad at communicating sometimes. I have that part well in hand. The, guard standing outside there, he's not gonna let me in. I need you to distract him.
Approaching from behind and going for a swift elimination would be effective, but perhaps a bit more permanent than we need right now.
I should only need a few moments. So, I don't know, convince him to take a break or something. Or if you're feeling particularly rebellious, maybe give him some official business to attend to. I believe it's what Davis would refer to as a ruckus. As soon as you've got him occupied, I'll scoot in and out before anyone notices. Okay? Let's do this.
Steal something in front of the guard or get the guard to leave the tower. If I steal something in front of the guard won't even notice because I'm so ninja like, you know? Oh crap.
Oh! Need a moment to walk that off? I have been thinking about us as a couple? I am not sure of the terminology. Our relationship, let us say. I would expect nothing less. You and I, we come from such different backgrounds. I cannot really know all that you have been through, and you are not House Baroon. The foundational belief of my life, the one you do not share. Do you not see a problem? That is a bit more cynical than I expected. I... This does not work if I am not honest, if I will not speak plainly what is on my mind. As much as I love you, and I do, I cannot help but wonder what the future holds for us, given all that I know to be true. I would very much like to believe that, and yet, when the Great Serpent returns, I know I will be by his side as one of the promised. But you are not like me. You are not House Baroon. Your fate, as much as it pains me, is sealed. I have tried to not worry myself over it, but I cannot stop thinking about it. What future can we have if that is the inevitable end? Non-believers will be lost in the Great Serpent's shadow for all eternity. Jinan Baroon himself told us this. You understand, this is different. It is not what might happen, but what will happen. I have never expected you to share my beliefs. You cannot possibly. And I will not fault you for that. I do want to be with you, but there are moments I find myself grieving for you already, knowing that you will be lost. How can I possibly move past this?
He's talking to my character, yeah.
I could not possibly do that. I see what you are saying. It would be foolish to do anything else, I suppose. You are so good at putting things into perspective. I just hate to think
The
of
romance
anything
part there,
coming between
Asta.
us, whether now or in the
You
future.
get partner and you get extra XP when
I
you
need
sleep
to
with them.
focus on what is in front of me now. Not something I have no control over. Thank you for talking me through this.
So you could hook up with the blonde girl, this
Serves to remind
girl.
me how much you mean to me.
I think that dude.
I care about you.
Oh, see?
Really? You continue to surprise and amaze me. I am at a loss for words. There is, quite literally, nowhere I would rather be. My culture deals with this so differently than I have seen in the rest of the settled systems. I need some time to consider what would be an appropriate, equivalent gesture. But do not mistake that for hesitation. You are the best thing that has ever happened to me. And I will not let you go for a moment.
Well, there you go. Now we'll get the extra XP when we sleep. Look outside. I accidentally jumped over the wall instead of onto the wall. Looks like somewhere I might be able to get up.
You're in the Vanguard, right? I don't... Don't you worry, those walls are
You know, you can play this game if you want, Esta. If you have Game Pass Ultimate, then you can play it over the cloud. Either through your phone or your Xbox One, even if you don't have a Series X and stuff like that.
Ever wonder how the Crimson Fleet seems to be everywhere? It's because they have little outposts everywhere. There were so many facilities abandoned after the Colony War, the pirates used them as forward operating bases all over the settled systems. What brings you to the wall? If that's what you're looking for, you've hit the jackpot. And I'm just supposed to take this on what? Faith? Maybe so. I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here. Yeah, I remember now. I guess I believe you. Just don't do anything I'll regret, okay?
Doesn't even have anything good to steal in front of him anyway.
Ecologies are living things. They move, they change. The way we handle Ashta works for now. So we have to be prepared. That's all settled then. Thanks for the assist. Hope you're none too worse for wear. Oh, I intend to. Once enough data has been collected, I'll have the proof I need to convince them, especially Davis, that my technology is useful. If you're curious, come back tomorrow. I might even have preliminary findings.
9,500 bucks.
Sure. It's not a life of luxury, but I'm getting by, you know?
This bar may be tougher than you can handle.
What? How are you doing? It's been a while since we had a chance to catch up.
Sarah Philbin and her brother Henry again. I had to tell them to keep the racket down.
I guess better talk to Sarah Feldman. Saving Sarah Feldman.
Weston needs to get his brother focused on food production instead of wasting time brewing beer. If I ran things, we wouldn't have this problem. If you're here for Weston, he's underfoot somewhere, either here or at the factory. But please, if it's about that brewing nonsense, kindly leave. They don't need any more encouragement. Dear me, no, Weston's a fine man. If anything, that's why I want more from him. He could do even greater things, if only he could see that. Oh, sorry. My nerves are frayed. So many people coming and going for the company. Weston, that's my husband. Well, he's never been what I'd call a dreamer or a visionary. He's a practical man, good with ledgers and numbers. His brother Henry's the creative one, but he seems to have lost interest in growing the company, and now all he wants to do is brew beer. Filburn Agricultural Systems could provide the whole of the settled systems with food, not just Aquila City. Seems those two are content to think small. That's for sure. Well, you didn't come here to hear me natter on. Anything else? And try to come between Weston and his brother? They'd never allow it. Oh, I've tried to drop hints and make suggestions, but it all falls on deaf ears. I don't mean to sound ungrateful, of course. The company's healthy, and Weston and I live well enough. I'd like to help, you know? I'd like to be a part of things instead of feeling like I'm playing second fiddle. I suppose I should just accept my lot and try to find peace with it. Well, no, not as such. I mean, the business is doing just fine, but it could be doing even better. Those knuckleheads have so much God-given talent, and I just wish they used it better. Well, there is. The stakes are huge. With further R&D on IntelliWheat, the entire settled systems could benefit. Surely that's worth some less than savory solutions. Right now, it's tailored to Aquila's biomes, allowing wheat to flourish in places it normally couldn't. But if Henry applied himself, who knows where else we could grow IntelliWheat? He may be frustrating, but Henry's the smartest person I've ever met. Just don't tell him that. Exactly. Henry's pet project is tied to market perception. His beer, annoyingly, is really good. But if we could make a bad batch, terrible, really, his margins are tight enough he might be forced to throw in the towel. Henry bores everyone to tears about how crafting beer is so much more art than science. It's delicate. Surely it wouldn't be too hard to mess it up, right?
We're gonna mess up someone's beer?
My husband put his foot down and hasn't risked our core business on this. If Henry loses money here, it'll only be from his pet project. The next big batch of beer is almost done brewing in our factory. You just need to find a way to break in without getting caught by the guard and tamper with it somehow. Then just wait a day or so and see how the batch goes over at the Stone Root Inn. Do that, and I'll pay you handsomely. That's the last I'll talk of this.
Hmm.
You really going through with it?
Better save. Save or be sorry, right?
Conserve energy if you can. This gravity can be a lot to deal with.
Look, she stopped it.
Keep your nose clean. The last thing I want is to charge you for a DP.
You are our guest.
One, thank you for liking. She's actually pretty big. I want a house around here somewhere. I think it's to the left of this thing.
Ever run into
It's right here. This guy's a landmark. And then we sleep with our lady here. I think that gives an XP boost, or maybe it's only after you're married or something.
Last night, well, all that physical training seems to have paid off.
Apparently, we did the deed.
I'm liking that laser gun. Pew pew.
Where do we go for that? Hopefully, I didn't make it better.
Oh, I'm sorry. We'll go.
Akil is really the heart of the Freestar Collective.
Just need to find a time. Leon?
Fancy seeing you here.
It's Phil Hill.
What? So,
Oh, hello there. Were you standing there long? Oh my! I completely forgot. Yes, of course. We have an amazing pamphlet called Top of the List, which is scientifically proven to work 90% of the time. Though I'm afraid there's a small fee to cover printing expenses. But your commission will more than make up for that, I can assure you. You betcha. Stop it, you. Not while I'm on the clock, anyway. Though I'm always on the clock. Thanks anyway, though. You're too kind. Careful out there.
You like Henry, but
What? There's something wrong?
Sam said it tasted off. Really off. Gladys said it was fine. Then she dumped her whole glass on the floor when she thought I wasn't looking.
Hi there, friend.
Yes?
No. I don't think we should carry Henry's stuff anymore. Our regulars have stopped ordering his old stuff too.
I'll break the news to Henry.
Keeping the inn running smoothly keeps me hopping.
Let me know if you need something.
Eloise can hook you up with a drink or a room. I just help out around the place.
One bad batch and that's it. I ruined the guy's beer business. And we're craft beer in Aquila City.
Tamper with the data intentionally? I just don't see any other explanation. Oh, it's you. I got the data from the seismic sensors, and I need help. Nothing that would get you in trouble this time. Promise. I need someone to go talk to Davis Wilson. He isn't speaking to me. None of the security folks are, actually. Oh, thank you. It's really nice to hear that when others just don't seem to care. Remember the sensors you helped me set up around the city? Well, Davis Wilson is pretty angry about it. I suppose I should have expected that, but now no one involved with security is willing to talk to me. At all. And I really need to coordinate with them because the data I'm getting from the sensors is, well, it's off. Not what I expected at all. Kinda everything. The timing of the results, the strength of the signals. I did a lot of research on the Ashta before I started this project, and none of it lines up like it should. No, the tech is fine. I never would have put it out there if I had any reservations about that. Look, I know I screwed up here. I went behind Davis's back and did what he told me not to. I don't expect him to talk to me. But this, I'm not gonna lie, it looks an awful lot like someone has been purposely messing with the system. I can't just stroll up and accuse him of anything, but maybe someone, you I'm thinking, could just ask around, see if something's going on. I'd really appreciate it.
Hey, no funny stuff with that boost pack. Ranger?
Save often. Uh-oh. We got locked up right as I was gonna save. Unlucky. Hopefully it didn't put me too far back. Yeah, 4 minutes. That's not too bad. Stephanie hasn't talked in a while. Wonder if she fell asleep. Usually she goes to bed by 8 now, you know? And it's like 8:30. Oh, you're still here. Past your bedtime. Adjust my chair a bit there. Much better. Did you have soup tonight?
I just don't see any other explanation.
Well, maybe I should talk to Sarah Filburn first. Maybe that was the problem.
These people claim to be independent, yet they still crowd together behind walls.
You should try Filburn's beer. It's brewed in the city, and it ain't bad.
You guess you will go to bed? Don't know how to twist your rubber arm there. How do I get to Sarah Filburn? If, they're in the same location. Pretty close to the same location.
Weston needs to get his brother focused on food production until wheat is revolutionary. Why would something happen to Henry's beer? That's terrible.
You had
So
soup this afternoon.
but I'm sure I know nothing about it. Here's
And macaroni and cheese tonight and some applesauce.
That's the last I'll be seeing of you.
That sounds pretty good. I like applesauce. Macaroni and cheese and soup is good too, though.
Not sure if those ruined zealots live in space, got separated from their home planet, or what. They scavenge what they need.
It's almost time for Esta's lunch, you know. Esta always has something interesting for lunch too, you know.
People around here think we own a key.
Where's the other one? Gotta go back to him later, I think.
please be careful with Mr. Wilson? I have a feeling he's just looking for an excuse with me. Oh, it's you. I got the data from the seismics. Nothing that would get you in trouble. I need someone to go talk to Davis Wilson. Oh, thank you. Remember the sensors you helped me set up around the city? I suppose I should have expected that. And I really need to coordinate. Kinda everything. No, the tech is Look, but this, I can't just stroll. I'd really appreciate it.
He's up there.
Vigilance is what keeps Aquila City safe. Don't mean to be rude, but I got a lot of things on my plate right now. So unless this is important, I'm gonna have to ask you to come back some other time. Oh, did you now? And did that perhaps come from a certain entitled so-called inventor who's caused me no end of headaches? Oh, is she? After going off and doing exactly what she was told not to, she's concerned now? She made my life a lot more difficult, but I don't have time to deal with that right now. I have more important things to worry about. Been tracking Ashta for a long time now, and suddenly their behavior doesn't add up. Probably not a coincidence. That makes sense. But something's got him riled up. Now I need to get back out there and get some eyes on this situation. Since you so interested, looks like you can handle yourself. You wanna join me?
I've already fought these creatures before because I scouted the whole planet.
They nearly all apologize for it later. Gear yourself up however you need to and meet me at the gate. We'll head out from there.
You guys all confident. You like, have you ever tried the applesauce with other flavors in it? Sometimes I like getting the red applesauce. Like, I think there's like, I can't remember what's in it. Some other berries.
People around here think we own Aquila. They're wrong. The Ashta do. All right, you ready to head out there? Okay then. Just stick close to me, keep your head on a swivel, and you'll be fine. We'll be back before you know it. And maybe we'll get some answers.
Nice hat.
Oh, he likes our hat.
This is what I'm talking about. These tracks. They're all wrong. The spacing, the depth, just doesn't make any sense. Let's keep going. The Ashta are clever, but they're usually predictable. These tracks don't follow any other paths I expect them to. It just doesn't add up. Looks like the tracks head this way. What in the hell?
Oh, we're gonna be fighting a Terramorph.
Someone sent this thing out to mimic the Ashta? Why in the world? Shit, you hear that? Eyes up, we got incoming. Ashta incoming.
Didn't even get hit.
I hope wherever you store that, the smell will not be an issue.
Did he just run away when they came, or what? Oh, he's starting to walk back already.
Ashta Burrow. You feel them coming before you see them. You know how to handle yourself. Most times someone encounters an Ashta, they panic. Not you. But now I got even more questions. Who in the hell did this, and why? No, I expect not. Someone from Aquila Security did this. We're the only ones that have access to these robots or can change their orders. I need to check this over, see if I can find some more details. But while I do that, I need you to run back to the city. Check the access logs on the computer in the barracks. Look for whoever signed for this thing last.
Welcome back.
I'll meet you in the city when I'm done here.
That bank robbery sounded intense.
Like a mini mystery here, eh?
Ever run into spacers?
Oh yeah? I had a pretty cool Stardew Valley game when it first came out. I remember having the whole basement full of kegs. Is it kegs? You're not playing Dreamlight Valley anymore. How come? I put my photo in the photo thing today.
I think that deadly predators would have driven off settlers. Humans. We can be so stubborn.
You've been playing every day? You're playing... You said you're not playing Dreamlight Valley anymore.
You're in the Vanguard, right? Hey, thanks for
Oh, you said I'm not playing on it. I've only played this game for the last little while. I thought you meant you're not playing Dreamlight Valley. Yeah, I just been I did the Star Path, and I've been saving the quests for when I do stream it. But I did the Star Path, and I had to do the beginning part of the Beauty and the Beast because that was part of the Star Path. And then of course I've been doing the photos. If you do the photos, you know, I opened up a session or in the Discord. I have a channel called Dreamlight Picks. If you want to share your pick, and then you know when you enter the contest, and that way you remember. You know when you go to check to see how much how many moons you earned, you can check to see what your photo was. You know, so you get an idea. You know, I figured that was a good way to get an idea. You know, there's a few photos in there. Timothy put some in there. Molly Millions put some in there. I'm not sure who else did. But if you want to put your Dreamlight Valley photos in Discord, you can. You know how you have the thing that it says, like you. I guess you could take a photo of it on your screen, but there's also that um, QR code. You could scan the QR code and do it. That get it through that too. Like to be able to copy it and paste it on there or whatever. But yeah, it's called uh Dreamlight Picks. It's just in the general area there. Equipment checkout. Repaired sidearm Wilson D. Canteen Wilson D. Vita Q. Kirkland B. Like they modified the robots.
Never ever go outside the city walls after sundown. Ashta are more aggressive.
But yeah, I've been consistent. It works on the algorithm better to be consistent with the game versus jumping around. And I've been enjoying this game, so.
If it weren't for the walls, the whole town would be an Ashta buffet. Oh, hey there. Back already. Davis said something about
Looks like she's got slashed across the face by a cat.
He's
Hmm.
nothing bad happened out there. Oh no. Look, people getting hurt was never part of it. Davis has just been so stressed over this whole thing with that woman and her sensors, and it's been affecting him on the job. The damn robot was just supposed to stomp around, mess up her data, and then come back. I didn't know it would rile up the Ashta so much, and it wasn't supposed to break down. It won't matter. I really screwed this up.
You could at least be thankful that leniency is being offered.
That she agrees with me now, eh? I'm surprised that I was gonna worried about getting a dislike, you know.
It's almost reassuring to see that corporate mediocrity has wormed its way into every corner of the civil systems.
That robot could have killed people. The robot's internals are fried, so I came up empty. You have any better luck than I did? Know who's responsible? You serious? Oh, Bailey, what were you thinking? My own people sabotaging equipment. Whole world's gone crazy. Well, I'm gonna have to go deal with this. Thanks for helping out. I'll kick some credits your way. May not be much, but not made of money around here. You might want to give Miss Alpin some time to get clean data. Might be her research. Well, it might prove useful.
Oh, he's coming around. Oh, now I gotta talk 24 hours. What's the leader of the pack about? Oh, mission. Guess we'll have to go find my home again. And the NPC can tell me how great I was in bed. It's like the back door.
I do jobs for the Trade Authority. There's always something kind of booked up right now. Sorry.
Having a good one? Rock might have some work for someone like you.
Alright, now I think I know where the house is. Kinda to the left of the rock. And there's the realty guy always standing outside of it.
Evening, sir.
He's like my personal guard.
I'm the best realtor in town, if I don't say so myself. It's an unfurnished one-bedroom, lots of space. It's a very convenient location, just a block or so from Co Plaza. Are you interested? Excellent, most excellent. With the funds transferred, you can take possession. I wish you good fortune.
There we go. We got an extra house too.
Sort of rustic feel. I find it comforting.
I'm like Mr. Monopoly now. I got like several properties in Aquila.
Last night was enlightening.
Damn. Awake and filled with a newfound sense of emotional energy.
If you are ever looking to buy property, remember me, Mr. Tin.
We need to be smarter, better in the way we handle the Ashta. Hey, how have you been? Staying out of trouble? Well, whatever gets you through the day. I've had more than my fill of it for this lifetime. Things here have been, well, they're better. The ice has thawed a bit between me and Davis. We'll probably never be friends, but at least we're on speaking terms now. I think he finally appreciates the value of my research. Yeah, we're much better as a team, even if it is a cautiously engaged one. In fact, speaking of Davis, I have to confess, I'm a little worried about him. In analyzing the recent data, I've isolated readings suggesting that someone is making patrols far more often than in the recent past. I don't have any direct evidence, but I know it's Davis. It's gotta be. I'm worried that everything I've inadvertently put him through is kinda, I don't know, pushed him over the edge, or at least a little too close to it. I'd like to think so, but the data doesn't support that. There's a marked difference in his behavior. I'm better with statistics and circuits than I am with people. I've already made a mess of this situation. Do you think you could go speak to him? If nothing else, it would ease my conscience.
I love my job. So building new lives.
I can't believe Bailey did such a bonehead move. Oh, brother. Why is it every time I see your face, I bet a headache's gonna follow shortly after? Maybe I will. Let's see where this goes. So what can I do for you? I don't know whether I should be reassured that someone cares or creeped out that someone's watching me that closely. That woman, I swear. Even though we've smoothed over most of the rough spots, she still manages to strike a nerve without even trying. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Not sure yet. When we were out there and we found that robot, obviously that threw me for a loop. Still can't believe one of my own people will pull a stunt like that, endangering us all. But the more I thought about it, that whole episode doesn't account for some of the tracks I saw out there. Too large, too spread out. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. If there's a bigger
The Terramorph.
out there, something meaner than what we've seen so far, I have to know. I tell you what, if you and Kiona are worried, why don't you just come with me then? Either I get an extra gun in the fight, or you get to laugh at the old man and say, I told you so. I'll give you a chance to gear up if you need it. And, maybe grab the biggest gun you got, just in case. All right. You know, Keone showed me her data. She's a clever kid. She's got a lot of things figured out. I think we can make some real improvements in the future. She had a couple sets of data that she thought were erroneous or something. But it seems to me that it might not be. A bigger, Faster, Ashta sounds like it matches up with the tracks I've seen. But, I tell you, I'm hoping she's right, and it's just a glitch. And, no need to tell her I said that. Wouldn't want it going to her head. Alright, here we are. Let's head this way.
Oh, it's dark all of a sudden.
A story from the first time I was here on Aquila. I had totally forgotten about it till recently. Every so often we get independent types who think that they can succeed where everyone else has failed. Some of them stride off into the wilderness, certain that they're gonna make more credits than anyone in history. Mining, botany stuff, whatever. Warnings just don't get through to them. Most of them don't come back. But this one time miner from some corporation or other, he drags himself back into the city bloody and half dead. Claimed he seen an ash as big as a house out there. The older guys all said he was delirious. And me, well, I was new as anything and just listened to him. Now, though, I'm wondering if maybe it wasn't just blood loss and heat stroke. Maybe he really did see something. Maybe I should have come out here a long time ago. Shit, that's gotta be it! No matter what happens, you make it...
Made short work of that thing.
Is that for selling later or personal use?
We didn't have proof, nobody would believe us about the Alpha. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't think we were gonna make it through that. If you hadn't been with me, no way I'd be standing right now.
We were here specifically to ensure you remain standing.
You are something else, you know that? We got out alive this one time. That's good. But this ain't gonna be the last time we have to deal with this. Now that we know these things are out here, we need to track them and keep them out of populated areas. And that plan is gonna need everybody. So, I'm gonna swallow my pride a bit here and ask you to go tell Keone what we found. Let her know that her data wasn't an error and that she needs to focus on it. Looks like I can still learn a thing or two. Thanks again for saving my ass.
All right, have a good night. Make sure you get lots of rest.
So, what happened? No, he didn't. There's no way Davis would say that, even if it's true. But it is true, isn't it? My data was accurate. You know, I was really hitting a point where I was starting to think maybe this was all a mistake. That I stuck my nose into something I shouldn't have. Davis was so certain they had everything under control that they didn't want or need my help. But they did, didn't they? Yes, you're right. I need to reevaluate all the existing data. Who knows what else we can get out of it? I need to get to work on this immediately. But while I've been sitting around, I whipped up a little something for you. I thought it was funny. Now that I'm giving it to you, I'm hoping it's not in really poor taste. Anyway, thank you. Again.
Oh, just give me a legendary weapon of some kind. Fondant assassin. Let's have a look at it. Is it a rifle, eh? Quite as hard hitting as the other one, but it's legendary, so I'd be able to fix it up a bit. I haven't used that pacifier yet. That is even more.
Hydrocarbons in abundance. Let us see how they have arranged themselves.
I don't know if I have any extra materials for that project yet. If I picked up any randomly, you know?
You are our guest.
Thank you for liking. Guess I got enough titanium now. Oh, that's lucky. I have no neon. I can improve the magazine size with a little bit of tungsten and lead.
The stock versions are never quite what you want, are they?
I need neon. Remember that, I guess. We can make another warehouse piece. See what the power options are now here. Solar dome was there, I think. Fuel generator's new, I think. Reactor might be new. Oh, there's some new laser turrets in here. Oh, I see. You can make the different adaptive frames, comm relays, isocentered magnet. There's the drilling rig. So I need microsecond regulators. Well, here's microsecond regulators. The whole complex network to. So you need tau grade retro things. You need those drilling rigs to be able to make the big extractors. I don't have enough titanium. Like lead over here. Good to see ya.
You are our guest.
Maybe I should grab some lead.
Share the skies. Everyone's got a place in the collective.
I love using the photon cannons. I don't even remember what kind of cannon I have going. Oh, there's aluminum. Here's where all the lead is. Not like super close, but land in the rocky desert. Actually, I found that I got a pretty good punch. Boots on the ground achievement. Apparently, I've landed on 100 planets now. See the cannons I have. I don't know how much lead I have on me. $16. Probably down an extractor here somewhere, eh? Holy heavy gravity, eh? What did it say? Higher rank. Oh. We'll go check out this cave. First, the one place with lots of lead deposits. Nearby was all green environment. There's only like a handful of these heavy gravity planets, though. The entrance to it. The entrance. I'm looking for aluminum still. Nickel down here too.
Once again, we are triumphant.
Puts a shotgun in a cave. Hey, lots of credits. They're butter, man. They get.
Best not to leave anything useful behind.
First, I'm looking for lead, and it's all nickel.
What does your scanner reveal?
I saw some lead right here. Huh. At least we picked up 5. So I'll grab the survey of that. It's only a few different resources. New resources again. Minus 214 here, man. Put on your socks. Glad here. You're on the phone. It's windy here, eh? There's flora and fauna here too. Forgot about grabbing the lead. At least we're getting some light along the way, hey? That's silver. All right, have a good night. Or a good day, I guess, for you. Oh, geez.
Let us see what wonders of life this planet hosts.
Gotta get a couple more plants. Prostrate, apparently. Oh, biome's complete. Find another area. Yes, mountains. And looks like it's nebula vines is what we're looking for.
And your scan shows...
What's argon? Yeah, I raised my botany a bit. I wouldn't need quite so many scans. There we go. That planet is done. Ramsey's only 28% done. I even did that moon that. The 200 XP for. Got 90 so far. Surprised, that if you don't have the skills, you can't go to like say a weapons technician or something like that. Guy here around his underwear.
More in the back if you're not seeing something. Hope you're finding everything you need. Oh, please take a look.
I got lots of iron. That lead though.
Appreciate the business.
Selling art is a bit of an art itself.
I don't really need my light on the whole time, eh? Shining in everybody's eyes.
The Trade Authority has access to goods. You won't find a better selection or more reasonable prices anywhere. If you need anything else, you know where to find us. Think about the trade business? Be my guest.
I always forget about that. I had a whole bunch of stolen goods, but I guess not.
The Trade Authority appreciates your visit.
I used to be an actuary.
Personally, you ask me, the real New Atlantis. Take your time. I got all day.
What weapon or ammo I need? I think we're okay for most.
Watch your back out there.
You have resources?
All this stuff is absolutely.
Oh.
You need something else? I'll be here.
didn't realize I could go down from there. I'll have to remember that route. Way easier than what I've been doing. Well, I'm going to work tomorrow, so I'm going to wrap it up. If you haven't followed yet, please do so. Go and check out my YouTube, links in the video description. For whatever role you played today, thank you so much. Those who shared, chatted, participated in the poll. As far as the poll goes, 60% said they do like Bing Crosby. 40% said they didn't. Mavericks, good night, A. He's here just in time. Shared, thank you so much. Illustration chatters, Maverick,
Okay, how about here?
Esta,
Ooh, that feels good.
Tim, Stephanie.
You are our guest.
You for liking too. You were quiet the whole time. Oh well. You'll have to. Gonna. What was it? I was thinking there's something I saw that might interest you, but I can't remember what it is now. I look handsome day. Well, thanks so much. Yeah, I can't think of what it was that I was gonna tell you about, because it was like the other day I was thinking, oh, Maverick might be interested in that, but you didn't show up or you didn't say anything, and then I forgot. So maybe I'll remember next time. Anyway, have a good night.